welcome back to my channel. Okay, now I'll voice and don't have voice anymore, class. So for today's vlog, by the way, I'll be teaching you how to subtract without regrouping and with regrouping. So now here, class, I have two problems here on the board. So the first one will solve this, and this one is without regrouping, and the second will also solve later after solving the first problem. And this problem is with regrouping. And we will see, class, the difference between the two, with and without regrouping, okay? So now, when we say subtraction, this means taking away, okay? And now there are several terms for the subtraction, and one is that taking away, or subtract, minus, remove, and less. So now we have here, if this is subtraction, but always remember, class, we always start subtracting numbers at the ones place. So before we'll start subtracting this, we will identify first the ones at the place of values of all the numbers. So now this one is for ones, and then this is for tens, digits, and hundreds, and thousands. So now let's start now subtracting numbers at ones place, okay? So the ones digits are 7 and 4. So 7 minus 4 equals. So now, class, if we were able to watch my vlog before, the previews there in my channel, you just find there a subtraction or mental subtraction. So it helps you a lot in subtracting numbers without solving in the paper and using fingers. Or now here, I will use here for you to remember for that. Okay, so when we subtract number, we always identify first the smaller. Okay, the smaller will be in the mind, then you can continue counting using your fingers, and when you stop already for the bigger number, and then that's the time you will stop, and then you count your fingers, and now the answer you see on your fingers, and that will be your final answer. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so 7 and 4, and which is the smaller number? Okay, 4. And 4 will be in the mind. Let's continue counting, and you stop when you say the bigger number, which is 7. Okay, so let's do this one. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you need to stop now because you already mentioned the bigger number, which is 7. Now after that, you need to look at now the fingers. And now you can see here, count there, 1, 2, 3. So therefore, the difference of 7 and 4 is 3. So you always remember and try to use that technique because it helps you a lot in solving numbers, or especially this operation. Okay, let's put now the 3. Okay, as you see now, I place the 3 on the ones place simply because the 7 and 3 and the 7 and 4 are placed here in the ones place. Okay, so after that, proceed to step 2. Add all the subtract the tens digits. So 5, and 5. So 5 minus 5 equals 0. So we'll put here the 0 in the tens place. After that, proceed to hundreds place. So we'll minus now 6 minus 3. So that is 3. So we'll put here 3 on the hundreds digits because you are subtracting on the hundreds place. Now after that, go for step 4. Okay, so we need to subtract now 8 minus 2 equals 6. And put here your 6 in the thousands place. So now, the difference, class, of 8,657 and 2,354 is 6,303. Okay? So now we are done subtracting without regrouping. So now we will proceed now on the next problem. So we will now subtract these numbers. And by the way, class, this number is with regrouping. So you will know now what is the difference for with regrouping and without regrouping. Okay? So let us start. But by the way, class, do not forget, when we subtract, we always start at once, and we will identify first the place of values of all these digits. So this for ones, tens, hundreds, and the thousands. So now, let's solve now. So 3 minus 6. So now, class, as you see here, your minuend is smaller than your subtrahend. So for now, you make sure that your upper number is bigger than to your lower number here. So now what you will do that, since 3 minus 6 is cannot be, so you will borrow to your next number, going to your left number, okay? if I'm using with you here, left, okay? So here, this left. So now, what you will do first is to cancel 3 and cancel also the next one since you will borrow here, okay? So now, so you borrow from 8, 1, so you put your 1 there on top of your 3 and then you copy your 3. So your 3 now becomes 13, okay? It's not anymore 3. So don't forget, when you borrow class, you also subtract from the number that you borrowed here. So 8. So 8 minus 1 equals 7. So always remember when you borrow, always also subtract. You subtract there where you borrowed, what digit, okay? So now here we have 13. So 13 minus 6. So what you will do there, follow my technique, the one I taught you earlier, that when you subtract numbers, always identify the smaller number and smaller will be in the mind and continue counting using your fingers, and when you say the bigger number, you need to stop and count your fingers. So the answer will be there, okay? So let's start now. So 13 and 6, smaller is 6. So 6 will be in the mind. Then stop when you say 13, okay? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oops, you need to stop now, class. Why? You already mentioned the bigger number. Okay, so when you subtract now 13 minus 6, the answer is 7. It's here in the fingers. Okay, so now this 7 will be placed now here on the ones digits or ones place because you are subtracting not digits on the ones place. Okay, so do not forget that. So next one is to subtract now the tens digits. Okay, so we have here, so 8, no, the 8 is not anymore 8, this one, because it's already 7, because you subtracted their 1 a while ago because you borrowed from that, okay? So 7 minus 2 equals 5. So put your 5 there in the tens place, and then proceed to next one, 4 minus 7. 4 minus 7 cannot be. So what you will do, cancel 4, cancel also the nearest number, which is the 9. Okay, after that, you borrow from 1 there, and then you put there 1, copy your 4, so your 4 becomes 14. And then this is 9, so you will subtract 1 there because you borrowed earlier from that number. So 9 minus 1 equals 8. So the 9 now becomes 8, okay? So now let's subtract now the hundreds digits, so 14 and 7. So 14 minus 7, it equals 7, okay? And then now, let's proceed now, the fourth step and last. We're going to subtract now 8 minus 4 equals 4. Okay, take a look at this, class. The difference of 9,483 and 4,726 is 4,757. Okay, so we are done already for solving for this number. And I hope, class, you will learn for this. Why? You should always remember how to subtract without and with regrouping, especially the techniques that the one I taught you here from this video tutorial. Okay, so I hope this video tutorial helps you a lot in reviewing all your lessons. And thank you so much also for watching. And that's all for today's vlog, guys. Thank you again, and God bless. Stay safe. Thank you. Bye.